Hare Kṛṣṇa, I'm going to be talking about the lesson that we can learn from Indra. Once, Indra was traveling on his elephant Airavat. Durvasa Muni gave Indra a garland that had been offered to Lord Vishnu. Indra was arrogant and he did not value the garland, so he gave it to Airavat. Airavat threw it on the ground and disrespected it. Durvasa Muni got angry at Indra since he disrespected Lord Vishnu's garland, so he cursed him that he and the other devatas would be poverty-stricken. What we can learn from this is that we shouldn't be proud and think that we are better than anyone just because we have lots of money or high position, since it is all temporary and can be gone any time. In Indra's case, he was arrogant because he was wealthy and because he had a high position. Because of his pride, he got cursed to be poor. Another lesson that we can learn is that we should always respect our elders and the things given by them. Indra did not respect Durvasa Muni, and Lord Vishnu Muni gave the garland to Airavat since he did not value it.
Lessons from Lord Shiva. Shiva drinks hala poison. Demons took over the administrative duties of the universe after demigods lost their position due to Durva's curse. Lord Brahma, Shiva, and other demigods went to Lord Vishnu and prayed to him about their loss and about how demons were ruling in mode of ignorance. Lord Vishnu came up with a plan of churning the milk ocean to derive the nectar. Lord Vishnu asked the demigods to form a truce with demons in order to churn the nectar out of the ocean. While churning the ocean, first thing that came out to the surface was hala poison. The poison was spreading and causing disturbance to all of the jivas. Lord Brahma prayed to Lord Vishnu to save them. So he suggested that Lord Brahma to pray to Lord Shiva to drink the poison. Lord Vishnu wanted to give the credit to Lord Shiva and to show everyone in the universe the glory of Lord Shiva. When Lord Vishnu and other demigods requested Lord Shiva to drink the poison, Lord Shiva felt compassionate toward all jivas and obliged to their request. The lesson we get from that is to surrender to the will of the Lord, to be compassionate, selfless, merciful, bravery, fearless, obedient to God, to our spiritual masters, to our elders, and to our parents. Thank you.
Hare Kṛṣṇa, Dandavat Pranam, all glory to Srila Prabhupada. This is Avani, and I will be sharing the lesson that we can learn from the churning process. So here is a brief summary of the churning process from the Samudra Manthan. So the devatas and the demons started churning the ocean, and they were having a very hard time doing it. They were all getting burned from Vasuki, and they were getting very tired. But they did not give up. And as they were churning, the first product came out, halaho, which is poison, and slowly all the different things started to come out, including the Surabhi cow, Airavat, Lakshmi Devi, and many more other things. Finally, the nectar came out. So here is the actual churning process, and what are some lessons that we can learn from this process? So the first lesson that we can learn is that the beginning of the process will always be the hardest. And we should always be prepared for this, and we should know, we're starting a new process, we're starting a new thing. We should be prepared that the beginning is going to be the hardest. And we can see this when the devatas and demons started and they were having a very hard time, and they were all tired and they were all getting burned, but they didn't give up. Which brings us to the next lesson, which is that we shouldn't let the bad parts of the process discourage us. So the first product that came out from the ocean was halaho, which is poison. And so the devatas and the demons, under the guidance of Lord Vishnu, called Lord Shiva to come and to take the poison. So the devatas and demons solved the problem, and they just kept on going after the first hardship. And this teaches us that we should not let the bad parts of the process discourage us, and we should pray sincerely to the Lord to help us out during any hardships. And this brings us to the very last lesson, which is that we should always remember Krishna. Throughout the whole churning process, the devatas and the demons were under the guidance of Lord Vishnu, and they were churning the ocean, and without Lord Vishnu, they would not have been able to churn the ocean. So we should always remember that Krishna is the Supreme Lord, and we should always pray sincerely to him. So how can we apply these lessons into our spiritual life? So in our spiritual life, there are many struggles, especially during the beginning of the process. And we need to not be discouraged with any hardships in our spiritual life, and we should not give up. When any difficult situations occur during the process of our spiritual journey, we need to remember Krishna and pray sincerely to him to help us out. So these are a few of the many lessons that we can learn from the churning process, and thank you so much for listening. Hare Krishna.